Akash Network. This is one that I think can do some damage in the next bull cycle, but one thing I'll say is the price prediction right now is simply based on a key level it has to break for me. Once it does that, I think there are new all-time highs on the cards for Akash, but like I said, there's a key area that it has to get past before any all-time highs can possibly be hit. I'll talk about all that in this video, but before I do, guys, if you're new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel, and in the videos I showed myself buying these coins. I expected them to absolutely rocket in price, and you can see what all of these coins were worth when I recorded the videos, and the highs that these coins hit less than a year and a half on. And if you'd have thrown in $100 into each one, you can see what the profit would have been. And if you had done that, 100 into every single one, sat on them for a year and a half, less than that actually, and then sold them, your profit would have been over 123 grand, which is obviously not too shabby. Now, I sold all of these, we had the market crash, and since the market crash, I've been buying up cryptos. These are coins that I think can 40x, 50x, 100x. And I share them on my website that I run, which is copymycrypto.com. So anytime I find a coin that I think can do, those huge profits, I'll tell the members what the coin is, what profits it can have, and what percentage of my money I'm putting in. Members can copy along exactly, make the exact same profits I do. Big upside as well, as they don't have to do any work or research or any of that. Now, if that sounds good to you, just head over to copymycrypto.com now and take a look at the site. Everything on the site is public record, so you can verify it all. What the members have earned, what I've said in the past, and what ended up happening, all of it. So, you can go through the history of this channel, you can confirm it all. So if that sounds good to you, like I said, head over to the site now, read what it's all about, and if you like it, I'll see you there. Now, Akash Network. Akash Network obviously has had a full-blown bull cycle, and it did pretty well. It hit heights of about $7 something, right? $8.08 actually. So that was about not quite a 20, about 20x roughly from when it launched. So it did quite well. It's been listed on a lot of marketplaces now. Still not on Binance. So yeah, and it's still, I think it's Binance, Coinbase, and Binance, Coinbase, and BitGet. It's not on those. So if it lands on any of them, obviously the Binance and the Coinbase bump always is a thing, so they'd get that hugely. Now, sorry about the noise, by the way, guys. The office, the pipes have stopped working. It's cold as hell, which is why I'm wearing a Christmas jumper right now. So they're trying to fix the pipes so that no one's freezing. So anyway, Akash Network is a super cloud spearheading a paradigm shift in cloud computing. By the way, whoever wrote this needs to sort out their copy. That is crap. There's not a way to get me enthused. So they're trying to shift the way cloud computing works, whether it's cloud services or cloud resources. And they're using blockchain tech to do this. Akash Network has developed an open source decentralized marketplace for cloud computing. This offers speed, efficiency, and affordability. Akash as a service is pretty damn good, to be fair. So Akash is an open source computer super cloud that lets users buy and sell computing resources securely and efficiently. It's purpose built for public utility. So you will own your cloud and you will be happy. I quite like that. That's kind of a nod on the shitty WEF thing of you will own nothing and be happy. If anyone's seen that video, that was kind of worrying. So super cloud is at your fingertips at a price you choose. So because it's an open network, it means that they use what's called a reverse auction system, where customers submit their desired price and providers compete for the business. So this results in usually 85% lower prices than other cloud systems. And it's built for battle. So Akash is owned and managed by its community. It is a free public service, and the source code that powers it is available to everyone. It's built on dependable tech like Kubernetes and Cosmos. Now, Cosmos is such a big plus that it's used Cosmos, because obviously because it's been done on the IBC, that means that it can be used effectively across all other IBC using blockchains. Also, it's censorship resistant. That's a big plus. This means that no centralized authority can stop you doing anything. We are in a situation where we're seeing that on a regular basis. So I'm always happy when I see something like that. As I said, interoperable with the IBC. So Akash is the first blockchain to successfully carry out an IBC transaction with the Cosmos Hub. This makes Akash able to communicate natively with all of the blockchains that are also IBC compatible. So that means it's not fully interoperable, obviously, because there are some blockchains that don't use the IBC, but anyone that does, Akash can work with. Again, big plus here. Akash Network is working with a ton of different projects. None of these, in my eyes, are ones that I'm excited about, I'll be honest, but they are starting to grow quite nicely. Osmosis as a DEX isn't a bad one, to be fair. I don't mind that. The rest I'm kind of meh about, because a lot of them are infrastructure or dev tools. There's a few DAOs knocking about, but these DAOs are not ones that I'm particularly excited about. Mantra's not bad, to be fair. Presearch, I think, is a cool search engine. I actually recommend people try and use Presearch more and more. And yeah, Osmosis. Otherwise, the ecosystem is kind of meh for me, to be honest. Now, in terms of the Akash token, it's obviously the utility token of the network. So the more people use the network, the more Akash is going to be in demand. It's also the primary means to govern the network, and it secures the blockchain via proof of stake. So Akash is a staking token. So we'll check what the rewards are for staking as well. In fact, we'll do that now. Okay, so Akash. So reward rate is apparently 10% for Akash. Is that true? Let's double check. Yeah. Okay, so you can choose the provider. So if we just have a little play with the providers, you'll be able to see where the rewards are. Yeah, so 10% about right. Yeah, pretty much 10% across the board. It's worth noting, look, there are some places that are offering Akash, interestingly, Kraken was saying they're offering 25%. I see. I hate the fact that they do that. So yeah, they were saying 25% for Akash. I don't believe that's true, obviously. I also do want people to bear in mind, look, if you're going to stake, I'd recommend you stake it. You're the active person that stakes it. You can... Told you, pipes. You've got to be the person that stakes it. If you can delegate it, that's fine, or you can pick the provider that you're staking with, but make sure this is not a centralized place. Do not do a kind of, this is like Celsius. Remember how much Celsius screws people. So as an example, it's about 10% across the board. 10% is pretty damn good, guys. Pretty damn good. Now, Akash got a lot of hype in the last bull cycle. There were quite a few prominent YouTubers talking about Akash as a game changer. Look, cloud networks as a service can, in theory, be a game changer. I'm not sure we're there yet. Because I think fundamentally the thing that's going to be the biggest catalyst for a decentralized cloud network is a hack of a centralized cloud network. I think that's the biggest thing. I think other than people that have been hacked or had, like when the clouds have been hacked in the past and, we saw celebrity photos getting out there and stuff like that. I think people have a pretty short memory of it. So if there was a massive hack on, any centralized cloud service, whether it was Apple or Google or whatever, I think that is the thing that would be the biggest catalyst for decentralized cloud networks. If we don't see any of that, I don't think there's the clamoring for this as a service yet. Now, I cannot, off the top of my head, think of another catalyst that would be significant enough to make a huge difference to decentralized cloud services as of right now. That may change, but off the top of my head, I can't think of one. So I'm not sure we're going to see that huge game changer sort of mentality around this yet. In terms of Akash, its initial goal has to be at least $5. $5 was where there was a good amount of time spent in and around that $5 region. It's pretty close to, it only has to double to get to $3 where there was a lot of volume as well. Once it's got above $5, then we can look at if Akash is going to break its all-time high. It wouldn't be a shock to see this hit $10 or so. For this to hit double digits, it's not a huge gain. So I think double digits for this is, well within reason. Like, this is very, very possible. But it's got to get above $5 first. When it gets to $5, then I'll revisit it and we'll see where it's at. But I will say this. If there was a hack on a centralized cloud service, I think we would see huge gains across the board for any decentralized cloud network. I think it would be, a centralized hack would cause face-melting pumps for decentralized cloud services. So if that was to happen, then all bets are out the window. This could hit $30, $40, $50, $100. Like, it could go wild. But that, I think, that would be what has to happen for the narrative, for some excitement around decentralized cloud services. Which, I don't see. I think usually those guys have very, very, very good security, so it shouldn't happen in theory. But yeah, first target has to be $5. I think this could hit $10, but $5, and then I'll revisit it. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think this can do $20, $30, $40? What? And guys, if you just want to make the exact same profits as me in the next bull cycle and do no work whatsoever, that's what copymycrypto.com is. It's the site I run where I share with every member everything I'm doing. So anytime I find a coin that I think can do a massive pump, I'm going to buy it. And what that means is I will jump onto my site, I will tell my members what the coin is that I'm looking at, what profits I think it can have, and what percentage of my money I'm putting in. And they can copy along. All work for the members is removed. And look, you can go onto the website now, you can see what the profits have been from the members, you can see what I've said in the past and what happened, whether it was about Phantom or whether it was about a terrible DeFi protocol that people needed to leave. All of it is public record, so you can verify everything. We are 18 months away from huge market upswings. If you're picking the wrong coins, you're not going to make the maximum profit. So if you want to see the coins I'm picking, like I said, copymycrypto.com is where you go. And that is it from me. Take care. Bye-bye.